Okay, so I think we need to. Wait, is today trial day? I guess we just gotta argue the case as best we can.
I'm willing to bet that we get more evidence throughout the trial, and as it goes on, that it'll piece together like the first trial.
Yeah, we can corner them.
Yeah. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal of Grand Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon?
Nope. Actually, I think we might have a handle on this case. All the pieces are coming together nicely.
Awesome. Let's demolish
I'm actually pretty sure we're fucked on this case.
that pompous prosecutor with walls of evidence. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order.
Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial.
Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. And bringing to the light, you say, an admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants.
Ollie and Cecia yammering, the door's opening!
Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon.
And a lovely shoe to you too, sir.
We will.
We will. Are we ready?
We are ready. Let's make a move.
I don't remember this guy's name or voice.
I think it was Nick.
Jay.
JJ.
JJ.
Yeah, that was the,
Yeah.
Severin.
Nervous.
Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous.
Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon.
Terrible. Can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be a perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments.
Pronounced facade, you imbecile.
But if this is how you act before the trial... God damn it. But if this is how you act before the trial has even started...
Why, you pompous-tailed posture perfect. Oh,
Different judge.
Order, let's all settle down. Court is now in session.
Psst, Falcon.
what is it?
Is it me or does the primary judge look hairier today? My judge, what big teeth you have.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah, I
say
was
that.
about
That
to
I can
say-
insulate myself with.
That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus.
Yeah, but he's not a bird.
Yeah, right?
It's still a little strange, isn't it?
A little. It is a little, I suppose. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Messime would be residing over this case. Where is he?
Judge Maxine has gone on a temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs.
Why is that funny?
I have a nervous disorder. But rest assured, assessors, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes.
Objection! I declare a mistrial on the grounds that the judge is literally comically evil.
I will have you aborted.
Whoa, hold on.
Bailiff, retrieve the vacuum.
Gotta-
Without further ado, let's get this show underway.
But I find you in contempt of court. Bring forth the large coat hanger.
This is the trial of Prince Juan Cuerdo, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call.
The defense is present and ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
I like how you said that. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy.
Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes.
Good, then I can get back to my homework.
5 minutes.
He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together.
Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand.
Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Giuseppe Valdetti.
Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath.
Yar, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, To tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, Yar.
Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. Excuse me, record.
I am the Inspector Justice Valerian. I am the servant of the law, scourge of the seven seas.
That will do, Inspector. We've heard all your monologue,
You weren't here last time.
You can't prove that.
Whoa, Kokomo really is going for a speed record, isn't he?
Bermuda, Bahama.
Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January?
Aye, at 10 o'clock in the morning. It was called.
Oh my god.
I was
It were a dark and stormy museum, Yar.
I was called to the Love's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards.
Did he just say O'Clock?
There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philip, and the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead.
And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of this corpse?
He ate chocolate. He was a dog, you see.
Yeah.
The coroner determined the absolute certainty that he died of poisoning. Aside from a prick of the finger, there were no signs of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death.
Action! Speculation!
Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions.
Damn! I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something.
That would make up for a particular speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we're not so lucky. Maybe something else is amiss in the old bird's testimony.
Right. I'll tear it apart.
Get the stenographer.
Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Again.
Falcon, was it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand.
I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Like our favorite pastime.
This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it. For now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination.
Do it.
Thank you,
Kill him.
Emperor Wolfatine.
Emperor Wolf.
Oh my god, I just noticed his name is Judge Romulus.
Yeah.
Like, dollars to donuts, his brother's Ramus. Alright.
At 10
Let's-
o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by a royal guard. There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. Our coroner determined that the Major Howell died of poisoning.
Check our evidence.
We look at the rose really quick. The thorn rose supposedly coated in poison. Yeah. But why didn't they test the rose?
Let's go poisoning and we'll see if we can't bring it up with the rose.
Yeah.
Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison.
Aye. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There's no possibility his death was natural.
Yeah, what kind of poison?
Poison was it?
It's the poisonous kind.
Yeah.
Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was?
Yeah, venom. Wait,
Yeah.
he was not certain. Aye, but at first the coroner posted that the plant-borne poison was that of an acetone flower.
You're an anagram generator.
But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of acetone. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction.
Well, he doesn't understand, so he can't even identify the type of poison it is. This would seem to cast aspersion on his understanding of poisons at large, would it not?
It was aioli poisoning, I'm sure of it.
Newly engineered poison, you say? That only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt.
Yar.
Yes.
How was Major Howell poisoned?
Okay.
What was the delivery mechanism?
His finger was pricked by a poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. He said, "Ow, I've been pricked by a poison rose." All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to
Number changed.
Number changed.
hearing
He said
this.
He said that there were.
I wasn't finished with my line, you bastards.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else?
What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You should have heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger, and Die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw that blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly and profusely. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all the doubt that the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism.
Aye, well, about that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm waiting to see him sweat.
Actually, I can't tell him that. Say it, Nick.
It is?
Thank you.
I dread to ask, but why not?
We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the timing of the incident.
Well then, now would have been a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with rose.
Objection, murder?
If there's no poison on the rose, the Prince Juan lives, and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies, but that's okay, because the punishment would be just unfitting of crime.
Falcon, that kind of makes sense, actually.
I suppose.
Marvelous suggestion.
What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here.
Palm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. A meager attempt at a pun, if you will. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. This time,
Like he
unlike
hit
the
him
last
before.
time.
I wouldn't count on that, young master.
Yeah.
Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at
Threw
all.
it away.
Why is that?
Well, the dog got to it, and, well, you know how they are.
Yeah.
Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes.
Tisk, such unprofessionalism. You should hang next to the fox.
Fox. I thought you said next to the fucks. I was like,
Yeah.
excuse me?
That's what I heard.
If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. You're out of order. You're out of order. This whole court is out of order.
Try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we could still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. Reason will prevail.
Balderdash.
In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Reason
Objection.
will prevail.
Wrong! There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative police have blindly overlooked. Sperlison? And he's just like licking the wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drops dead.
Look
This
at
poison application device.
It's a hyperbolic needle.
We found it next to a blowgun containing a glowing green goo.
You know what chocolate is?
What am I supposed
Yeah,
to
right.
be looking at?
It is the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolat. It was found in the Louvre, the Salé du Tibre to be precise.
Wait, what? What am I going with that?
And we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. Don't ask how.
You're not
Radio chocolate.
jesting.
That Major Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? Oh, I assure you, Cocolino, I most assuredly am.
Oh, proud.
Oh.
Murmur.
Oh, rebel.
Rabble.
Yeah, rebel.
Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector?
Yar, we don't have the force of the energy to resources to trawl every piece of trash at the crime scene, I'm afraid.
In other words, you overlooked it. Tisk. Absolutely astounding unprofessionalism. You will hang.
What do you expect? You hired pirates to be your cops.
They told me I could get hung for being a pirate or I could be a cop.
I can't even read.
The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. You're fucking everything up.
I offer my apologies, Your Honor.
I don't want your apologies, I want your life. I want you to do your damn job properly.
Well, that's not happening.
Yeah, right.
Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself.
Yahar! I'll take me leave until next time, misters.
Kick, and this one's for me.
Yeah.
So, let me get this straight. The chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene,
Yeah, bitch.
Correct.
and you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident.
I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be.
Whoa, hold up, bitch. Slow your roll.
Yeah, right.
You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Oh, I see.
But do you know for certain that Major Howe consumed this chocolate?
Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating.
We are woefully unprepared for this trial.
Yeah, I had the chocolate wrapper, and that's about it.
See, do you have evidence that this chocolate wrapper was in fact poisoned?
About as much
Any
evidence
evidence
that you
at
have
all?
that the rose was poisoned.
Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove.
So then, in actuality, you do not have any evidence that Major Howe consumed some poisoned chocolate, or really any evidence at all, you worthless fucking bird.
You simple bitch.
I mean, we have
Instead-
about as much evidence as you do. So
Exactly what
Instead,
I'm
you
thinking.
have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter, essentially out of thin air, and you decided to use this whamadine thing as evidence. That's weak, even for you, JJ.
You said his name.
I also found this napkin that said you're a bitch.
Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have had an excellent view of people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley.
Who the fuck is this?
Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Hello. Oh, right. The oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear. Let me check my notes. To tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please state your full name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who fishes. I mean,
Some might call you a kingfisher or a person who fishes, also known as a fisherman. Although you're not a man, more of a bird.
is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this.
It's very bird-centric. You have nothing to fear here.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly, he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? Oh, Kingfisher's a fisherman. I am now hostile.
Yeah, I'm now a hostile witness.
Well, you are carrying a fishing rod.
And? Can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? I have a Second Amendment right.
Where did they pick this clown up?
They're rods.
I don't know how to talk to this man.
I also don't know how to talk to this man. He's clearly unhinged.
Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly, he must be a horse jockey.
I am a horse jockey.
Or a sex pervert.
Or a sex pervert.
Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman, you king-fishing cunt.
Thank you.
Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse.
It's for spanking your mother. Or, I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? Because you're a pompous dickhead, that's why.
Fair enough.
This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to his question?
Actually, before we do that, Judge, why do you carry the hammer?
No more questions.
It's a gavel. It's in case
Of
Fred
course, Your Honor.
Fredberger comes
Monsieur
and bothers me.
Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the at the time of the incident?
Where's
Yes,
that?
I was sitting
On
up on
the
a railing of the Pont d'Arts.
The Pont d'Arts, that's the new bridge. It's just a stone's throw from the Louvre's south entrance, correct?
That's right.
And what were you doing at the time of the incident? Fishing?
Certainly not fishing.
Of course you were fishing.
I was fishing.
Kingfishers. Am I right, Falcon?
I heard that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, you would have had plenty of opportunity to see the people who incidentally exited the palace. Can you tell us what you saw?
Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself into the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then around 9:30, I saw this shifty-looking fox looking around the entrance.
Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty looking. It's a vague and biased description.
You know what? I agree. Not really. He looked super shifty. He was all caps locked and everything. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully, like the judge. Oddly enough. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. It's like a weird
So they're hole in their
sex
idea.
thing. Not like a poison application thing, but like he's definitely a pervert.
Rub the stem of a rose, you say? As if you were applying something to the flower, perhaps?
Well, Monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate.
Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question.
But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem.
Objection!
Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission, or such a false accusation. Either way,
Yeah.
carry on. Members of the court, it sounds like we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes.
I smell perjury.
That's when you have a jury for every
You
statement.
do?
Yeah, it smells like fish.
No, that's perch.
He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime? That's not believable at all.
I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt.
I doubt it. We have very little evidence.
I do not, but I do have this gun.
Well, we know that the fox was in the garden, not the gallery, and he didn't enter the same way the king did. So there's no way he could have seen him from the bridge.
Oh. Look at you paying attention and shit.
Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Really? This nonsense again. You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question?
I don't like this judge.
I don't
Me
like you
neither.
either.
I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor.
Yeah, and cover your tits. Fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool out of yourself.
Also, if we don't meet a tufted titmouse who is a prostitute at some point in this game, I'm going to be very... or a red-bellied
Tufted-
swallow.
The Pont des Arts at 9 a.m. King and his entourage, shifty-looking fox, and powder.
Yeah, so King and his entourage. Oh, wait, no. Sitting upon the
Shifty-looking
contour.
fox.
No,
No, that's
on-
gonna be shifty-looking fox because he's saying that he's lurking around the entrance.
But he wouldn't have seen a shifty-looking fox there.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monsieur Kingley, you claim that you saw a shifty-looking fox.
Yeah, he was hot.
Yeah, they were all, it's like, it's how they all look. Yeah, super mega shifty. Like hyper plus Saiyan level.
Whoa, not cool.
Like to go even further beyond.
Are you sure that the fox was Prince Juan?
Foxes are shifty looking, goddamn.
That's what
There
I'm...
must be at least 100 foxes in Paris. How do you know that the fox you saw was Prince Juan?
Well, he was wearing a suave hat that hanged low over his eyes. I hear that's how they wear them in Spain. And I'm not much of a fashion expert, but the rest of his outfit looked quite out of place for the French winter.
Is that all you're going by? His fashion sense?
Oh, I nearly forgot. I smelled him. I had him call a passerby senor. I thought that was peculiar.
Ellipses. Well, that's him, all right.
Oh, damn it, we can't call him out on that? What?
What?
I have no more questions about the shifty-looking fox.
On to arts.
Yeah.
Monsieur Kingley, you say that you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts on the morning of the incident.
Yep.
What entrances can you see from that bridge? Monsieur Kingley, you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, didn't you?
Read your line, fucko.
Yep, the Pont d'Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery's south side.
What about the other entrances?
The other entrances? I mean, like, if you were entering from Tuileries Garden or the Place du Corsaire? No, I couldn't possibly see these areas from the bridge. Would you like me to volunteer more information before I make a statement?
Yeah.
Of course, that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand. and that is what counts.
What if Prince Juan used another entrance? What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from
The brown entrance.
the Tuileries Gardens to the west?
Two of these nuts.
Tuileries Gardens to the west.
That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proof that the Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south.
Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur.
I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens. You cunt.
The page.
I played
Look at
page
this.
44 from Don Quixote for my evidence folder.
In attack mode. And rest my defense. Look at this.
Book page.
Page 44 of Don Quixote specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance.
This proves nothing. Where the fuck are you going with this?
I'm not done yet. I play Dark Magician, or
Take a
Dark
look at this.
Litigator.
Take a look at this, and it's just an okay, and he like lifts that up.
Don Quixote. Ellipses.
This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing that I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present at the Tuileries Gardens prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south, making you, Kingfisher, a liar.
Poke.
He could not have possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont du Arts.
What? I know what I saw, monsieur.
A fine theory, Falcone. But maybe the defendant took the long way around. Did you ever think about that, dick fuck?
Hey, Falcon, this guy's like Laffy Taffy, because he's stretching.
Oh god, every day the line between Justin and Sparrowson blurs a little more.
One can still travel from Tuileries to the south entrance by walking along the river.
An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery? Let us not say silly things, Cocorico.
Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation.
That's probably what happened.
You ever heard of planted evidence?
Now you're the one who's blindly speculating.
It's not a plant, you fool. It's paper.
It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis.
Do you think a Spaniard is smart enough to think of that?
Especially a shifty fox-type Spaniard.
You are fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let us talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, and then he took the long way around.
How dare you? The nerve of you to lecture me on such a basic philosophical concepts.
I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Perhaps next I could school you on the ship of these years nuts.
Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering?
It's a trial. What?
Yams.
The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is a fabrication, made up, utter fiction.
No, everything I said is the truth.
I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman. Look, this hat comes right off.
Oh, it's not a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman.
See, he admitted himself.
Got his ass.
That's not what I meant.
Oh,
Rabble.
Rabble.
Yes,
Rabble.
rabble. I love that horses are still animals, but they have fucking hippos as like
Yeah,
in their
upstanding members of
whatever.
society.
Yeah.
Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant falcon in his place. don't you?
Falcon, what's up with you and this judge? I feel like he hates you.
Shut up or I'll eat you too.
I must concede.
You concede?
On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component when you saw Kingley's testimony is false.
No.
This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcone has demonstrated is that the particular witness is unreliable. It's because he's a fucking kingfisher. I already knew this.
Something, I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifting looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan looking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder.
A swan?
Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point, and yes, mud exists in this world. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say?
Why wouldn't it exist in this world, right?
No, not the thing Mud, but the guy named Mud, who is where
My name is Mud.
What?
So you're saying that canonically Mudman does not exist. There is no multi-Mudverse.
Multi-user dungeon?
There is no multi Mudverse because Mudman exists simultaneously across all universes, but he is unchanging. He is finite.
Who the fuck is Mudman?
Your Honor. Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start the Hare v. Tortoise trial.
It's just a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that late already. Curses. I was hoping we would have the case wrapped up in
Thank
a single trial session.
Christ. I was worried.
I know, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have more time to investigate. We were fucked.
Forgive the pun, but we were really out there on a wing and a prayer.
Shut
I will
up.
have you killed and disbarred.
It is a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Although I would rather just see the fox hang.
Poke.
Yes, all right. I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January, at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already.
Whoa, Judge.
I'm biased.
I know, right?
I'm biased.
I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor.
God, I come hard when you say that. Oh, microphone.
Man, Falcon, we lucked out, huh?
Yeah, no doubt about that.
But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Mr. Kingley, lie on the witness stand?
Maybe he was coerced. Well, it is possible that he was coerced or bribed.
That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making the story up about Prince Juan.
Or maybe, like we got told, the prince was literally just there to be a smokescreen for the swan to kill the fucking guy to get the debtor off her back, so we can prove the fox innocent while the swan skips town.
That seems pretty far-fetched. Maybe it's your turn to be Laffy Taffy.
Wow.
But Spellison, if I was Laffy Taffy, I would be far stretched.
You'd also be funnier.
But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Judge Romulus, he's acting without a shred of professionalism.
What do you expect from a dog? I mean...
I heard that. And I appreciate it. I love evil in all forms.
He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why?
Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty.
I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here.
The mystery man.
Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, this guy. Never mind, I gotta go back.
Yeah, swallow your tongue.
That is about you, but this is bad. I think it's for you.
My speech therapy classes are working.
A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to the office.
You sound different from further away.
Have you been demoted to courier status report? Oh, hey, Spellison. I need no be pity at the first year dropout. Oh, good. Good comeback. So what does the letter say, Falcon? That's my line. If you step on it again, I'll fucking cut you.
It's It's a threat. A threat made with a cutout newspaper letters.
I didn't know those actually existed. Let me see. Falcone. Stop your investigating, or there will be consequences.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Scary, I guess.
There is no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth.
Are we?
No, we're not. We're getting close to bailing the fox out.
I don't even know if that's right.
We've created enough of a reasonable doubt.
Have we?
That's all we're here. I certainly think so, because I mean,
We have conjecture. That's our only evidence is conjecture. That is the chocolate.
That's all the prosecution has, because they basically admitted that they have no earthly way of tying actual poison to the rose other than outright speculation and guessing. And their key witness, who said that he saw poison being applied to the rose by the fox, has been discredited as a liar. They don't have
even admitted he was a liar.
Okay, but like,
yes.
We do have the only wound on. It's not like they have nothing else. The only wound the only visible wound, is from the rose that was given to him by the fox. And while it can't be tested, they have more than we do.
Well, all they have is speculation as conjecture by the coroner, who said that, oh, I thought it was a poison like this, but it couldn't be. It must be some new miracle super poison TM.
Right, but that's an expert testimony.
Expert idiot.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, we have the only thing we have to support the claim that he's innocent is conjecture. Is a single piece of conjecture about some trash we found.
Yeah, true enough.
That's the only evidence we have. I don't know that we're close to getting this dude off. I mean,
they can't
we can be, but he's in prison,
was poisoned. So right now, the only thing we know is that the guard was poisoned. But we've been able to discredit the prosecution's entire case around the fox having the opportunity to poison.
We don't know that that's their entire case. It's just their one witness.
All right. Well, we got a W here.
So. We got a W. That's what matters.
Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to.
We're still going ahead with our investigation, though, right?
No, bitch.
Absolutely. Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done.
They already kinda don't.
Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like threats.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count.
This is why you're a first-year dropout.
Yeah, so we have 3 days.